I'd like to welcome us all, the Right Honorable Barrister Herman Hembe, Honorable Minority BENUE House of Assembly, Honorable Aishwa, all the other distinguished ladies and gentlemen that have been introduced here by the protocol that was elaborately established by my brother Peter Vande. I want to welcome us all. I have come to discover that I came here at the instance of Right Honorable Barrister Herman Hembe. I am so excited that I was called upon just some few moments back to make a welcome address. I am always prepared now and any time that I'm called upon to perform any role in any event that will involve this young man that has distinguished himself in such outstanding manner that is difficult to say. I'm talking about Right Honorable Herman Hembe, four-time member of the National Assembly in the Green Chamber. He has been to the Assembly 2007, 2011 on the platform of the People's Democratic Party. He went again in 2015 on the platform of the APC, and then again he went 2019 on the platform of APGA. I have not seen another politician in this climb that has been to the Assembly 4 different times on 3 different party platforms. I think this is quite an outstanding achievement. It means there is something about Hembe that transcends political party. I strongly believe there is something about this young man that transcends political party. Otherwise, if his successes were attached to just a party, then if the party should withdraw their mandate, he should come back and join me in the village. But to have a young man that can shift and can introduce parties are very surprisingly to me. By the time he was coming to the House of Representatives for the current tenure, he brought a younger brother of his, Honorable Aishwa, on yet a different platform. And I keep wondering what the secret is. But I discovered that as an assemblyman, Right Honorable Barrister Herman Hembe has distinguished himself in such a manner that our people will follow him. The people of Jechira constituency, where he comes from. Those of you who don't know what is Jechira refers to Vandikia constituency. And the larger BENUE will always follow him. It is because he has been able to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people. In all of these many years that the young man has spent in the Green Chamber, if you go to the constituency where he comes from, you can't count the culverts, the bridges that traverse all the streams and rivers in his constituency. I understand he has gone beyond the Jechira constituency or other parts of BENUE where he is only a visitor to such communities. There are a network of roads, there is electricity that has been stepped down in many communities in his constituency and beyond. And there are uncountable number of constituents, indigenes of his constituency and other parts of BENUE State, that he has facilitated their employment in different federal establishments in this country. I think there is something outstanding about Right Honorable Barrister Herman Hembe that needs to be looked into. Now, BENUE seems to have a problem. We seem to be unlucky in a number of ways. BENUE started not so much on a bad note up to the Second Republic, and even the aborted Third Republic. There was a BENUE. When I looked at the banner behind the Honorable there, I saw BENUE, rediscovering our path to greatness. And there is a document that I was given as I sat here, the program of events, and it says, make BENUE great again. If we are rediscovering a BENUE, it means there was a BENUE. You cannot discover something except the thing had existed before, and at a point it ceased to exist, and it needed to be rediscovered. And we need to do this work of rediscovering the path to greatness of BENUE. Where is that BENUE that we want to rediscover? There was a BENUE where there was one big cement company called BENUE Cement Company, somewhere along Boko Road. There was a BENUE where there was a BENUE packaging company that was producing the bags that they packaged cement. There was a BENUE where there was Taraku Mills. There was also a BENUE where there was Kyogen Cattle Ranch. There was a BENUE where there was Berebum Fishing Festival. And there was a BENUE with Bemco roof ties. I remember very well that products of that company were used to roof the assembly village. I don't know if they're still using it, but I'm sure the roofs of that complex were made somewhere near Abinsi here. There was a BENUE. There was a BENUE where there was agricultural development company and people were coming from far and near to buy chicken and eggs. There was a BENUE that was working. Indeed, there was a BENUE that had the famous BENUE State University. I think it is that university that has produced the Right Honorable that we're even talking about today. There was a BENUE. But where has that BENUE gone? There was a BENUE that was enjoying a lot of federal patronage. I recall that when I was a child, a young person in the Second Republic, there were 3 members of the Federal Executive Council that were indigenes of BENUE State. They were cabinet members, they were ministers in one administration. There was a BENUE that was producing people that were enjoying that kind of patronage at the political level. Where has the BENUE gone? Because of all of the things that I'm mentioning, none is existing. There is no BCC. There is one name that I see on trailers that has become our BCC. There is no BENUE Packaging Company. There is no BENUE Brewery Limited. There is no Taraku Mills. There is no Berebum. There is no Agricultural Development Corporation. Indeed, we are just managing for BENUE to own their university. Thank God that there is a BENUE State University. Apart from that, I wondered if there should still be something to call a BENUE. That means there is something wrong. That means that BENUE has disappeared. That means that BENUE needs to be rediscovered. And how do we go about it? In rediscovering a BENUE, there has to be somebody that is put at the helm of affairs. There has to be somebody that is going to steer the ship of leadership of this state, so that BENUE will go back to the committee of states where it belonged before and where it was respected. Because as it is now, BENUE is no more. We need somebody who is going to take us there. We need somebody who is going to give us good roads in BENUE. We need somebody who will give us electricity. We need somebody who will give us potable water in our communities. We need somebody, a governor that will give us good health care. We industrialize our state. We provide security. Security, security, security. We need somebody that will guarantee the security of the state. We need somebody who is experienced. We need somebody who is exposed to governance in spite of age. Yes, age is not a criterion. Age is not a determinant of performance. Somebody came in the other side of the world. His name was Donald Trump. He was coming into the State House, the White House at over 70. He did remarkably well, even though he lost out due to certain intrigues in American politics. But he did well, even as an old man. Old people have been doing well in some places, but not in BENUE. We need some kind of a paradigm shift where you have very young people sitting in front. And then I'm so proud that my younger brother is a governor, and my other younger brother is an assemblyman and has a listening ear, and is not carried away by the extended relations and other people that he needs to take care of in his old age, because old age is not yet near him. We need a candidate with a broad worldview. We need a candidate that has progressive mind, that is progressive and not just a good errand boy. I'm an indigene of BENUE State. I'm not a politician, and I'm only an academic. But I have heard people say certain things, and I wondered if BENUE was looking for a good errand boy. BENUE doesn't need a good errand boy for governor. BENUE needs somebody with a broad worldview, somebody who is independent-minded, somebody who has the exposure and capacity to deliver dividends of democracy to the people of BENUE. Like I said before, I'm not a politician, I'm only a teacher. I don't hold a political card. someday, I don't know the process that leads to owning a card, but if things work well, and if the young man that we are looking at, if the Right Honorable Barrister gets into government house, some of us might be tempted to see what happens in politics. But for now, I say, and I say again, we need somebody who is independent-minded. We need somebody who is tried and tested. We need somebody who has the exposure and capacity. Please, Benue, we don't just need a good errand boy for governor. Thank you very much.